This is the screencast for week 2 of module 4. I'm going to talk about my collaboration assessment that I have built in Minecraft. So to move right into this, as a topic or subject area, we're looking at collaboration as our learning objective. Here's a really simple pedagogy. It's just teach, practice, reflect, teach, practice, reflect. And I would say that this particular game that I've designed fits about here, about in the second practice. So they would have had some chance to work with some strategies, some teaching that's related to collaboration before they would attempt this game. But then also part of the assessment is going to include the second reflection phase, and they're going to reflect upon the game. So to follow along the prompts, where are the information blocks? We have 3 information blocks, and I'm going to show you where those are. And this first one is right near the teleport, and it basically gives instructions on how you set up the game. It's a challenge for 2 players. You need to send players to the different platforms, turn off creative mode, and then you read the instructions and the scoring sheet. So I'm going to head over to player 2 post platform right here, and they would start here, they would turn off creative mode, and they would read this block, which is going to give them instructions to take the items from the chest and not trade them to player 1. The object of the challenge is to score as many points as possible in the 5-minute time limit, and to start their timer once they jump into play space. Here's their scoring sheet, which I'll go over a little bit again as I do the fly through of the area. And just a final little reminder to communicate to the other player, because that's going to be really key to this whole collaboration part of this assignment. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to do is describe the area or structure, and I'll say that this is a collaborative game. It's designed to be a game. It's designed that no task is individually difficult. But there's a lot happening, and it's going to be really, really unlikely that a single player would ever score more points than 2 players, unless there's a very extreme skill difference. Players are going to run the game twice, and they're going to write a reflection on their collaboration. So as I do this fly through, that's going to be an important thing to keep in your mind, that they'll need to do this game twice. So like I said, so here's our scoring system, and let me quickly just run you through the areas. So a player would begin here, and they'd say, all right, 3, 2, 1, go, and they'd jump down. That's when their 5-minute timer would start. And then from there, to really embrace the Minecraft way, there's a set of objectives, but they're not linear. You can accomplish whichever ones you want in any order. And it's not expected that anyone will come anywhere close to accomplishing all of the objectives. So they can gain points in a lot of different ways. They can get 10 points if they build the beacon. The other parts of the beacon are located in chests like that one, and a couple other chests in different spots around the globe here. There's also a sword in some of the chests, and you can get some points for killing the wolves. And you need to kill the wolves because you might want to grow wheat. You have to grow wheat in one of this fenced-in area, either here or here. But if you release the wolves, then they might eat the sheep, and you get some points if the sheep are alive. You get some points for killing the wolves, so that might be something to consider. You can also get points for mining the gold, mining the emerald. The emerald's hidden down over here, and you can get some points for smelting some ingots. So here's your furnace, and there's the coal you would need to power it. Finally, the last thing you can do is you can kill the skeleton again, like. Depending on where your run through is, skeleton is in here unless he's made his way out. And like I said, so that's the game, and it's quite intentional that 2 players will score many more points than a single player. So when we're talking about this as assessment, this is assessment as learning because you're practicing with your teammate to score points. You should go have to play 2 games, and you should get better the second game. That's the really simple. But as an assessment of learning, we want to connect their knowledge in the game to what they did outside the game. So did they implement these strategies? And I can assess that by looking at the screencast they'll need to make. And then can they recognize where their collaboration improved or could be improved? And I can assess this via these written reflections that they'd have to write after each of the games. And this final point I want to make is that there's an audience to this assessment that is both the teacher but the students themselves. And that's where I think the game really, combined with the reflection, shines. Because students need to learn the content, but then realize that they've learned the content. And the points in the game give them a feedback of their partnership. The reflections are the chance to slow down, think about what's happened, and do some writing as a way of knowing. All right, that's what I've got. Thank you.